All right. Hello, everyone. We're a little late today. My apologies. Actually, I'm not really apologizing. I'm not really sorry because Jenessa gave me some shrimp dinner, and that was incredibly delicious. And I rode my bike here, so that's why we're starting 15 minutes late. However, if you are joining us, we are here to demonstrate behind the scenes candle making. I love candles. I don't know how to make them. Janessa actually does everything, and I just kind of do what I'm told. And me, flames, and everything that becomes a bit of a hazard. But yeah, so we did this last year, and for everyone who is in the course, um, and if you want to be a part of the course, it's not too late. You can just email me at theodorecastasis@traumatransfiguration.com. Right now, we've implemented a pay forward policy, so money shouldn't be a concern for people. If you have questions about that, you can ask there, or you can ask here. Anyway, so everyone in the course is gonna get a candle because I love giving, and it's the time of giving. Janessa's getting all the candle stuff ready. So yeah. So while we are making candles, I'm also going to answer questions about. There's been a lot of themes regarding forgiveness, and what does that mean? This is actually the topic that we're going to cover this week in my online course. Um, Serendipitously enough, or whatever the universe has decided to um, push forward, I received this in the mail. It's called Heal for Real. As you know by now, probably, that I love reading books. This author, Shannon Maroney, I believe she's Canadian. She actually sent me this book. She signed it. I feel special. It says right here, Theodore, best wishes. And this is all about a guided journal for forgiving others and yourself. I'm like, what a better time to come into my life, because this is the subject that a lot of people are working through right now. And we kind of alluded to this subject last week as well. And this happens to be the subject that we're covering for my course. So, yeah, forgiveness. This is, I don't know where to begin. Thank you so much, Megan, for the comments. uh, so Shannon Maroney, she's actually coming into my podcast. We're recording this week. So I read all of the books that the authors in my show write. So I'm halfway through this. And the thing I like about this book is that it's kind of like a workbook. So see, as you can see, I've already started doing it. And it's not just an information book that gives you information, but it gets you to do the work yourself, which is why doing something like this can, you know, take some time, especially if you're working in the realm of forgiveness. Yeah. So forgiving is a very complex phenomenon, and it's something that can't be forced. I believe, it's something that's it's kind of like a flower that needs to unfold on its own. That's the way I see it, and there's many misconceptions about what forgiveness is and how to go about it. But ultimately, the purpose of forgiveness is so that we can liberate ourselves. By no way are we excusing the people who have caused us any harm for what they've done. Forgiveness is an act of setting ourselves free. So that forgiveness must begin with ourselves first, and then one by one forgiving others, which ultimately, in the grand scheme of universal things, are extension of ourselves as well. So if you guys have any questions regarding forgiveness and this practice, let me know. Drop it into the comments. I hope you're going to tune in to the podcast. It's also called Trauma Transfiguration, and it's available in all podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it. And of course, as always, sign up to my newsletter because that's where all the magic happens. That's where I inform people about the newest cool things. Like if you sign up to this newsletter, this Saturday, there's going to be a little story that I usually write every Saturday regarding the topic of the week, which in this case is going to be forgiveness and authenticity. So you can do so at my website, traumatransfiguration.com. And I've also put in Jenessa's Etsy page because she makes a lot of self-care products, and I'm a big advocate of self-care. This book talks about self-care. One of my best ways that I practice self-care is taking long baths. I'm a big fan of the water, and Jenessa makes a lot of products relating bath products. Last time we made bath bombs, and maybe in the next live we'll make some bath bombs. But for today, we're going to make some candles. And so, so thank you, Andres, for showing up, even though you're at work. Thank you, Megan, for showing up. It's nice to see that there's support on the other end. But the stage is yours. So if you have anything that you'd like to share, who likes candles, and why do we even light them? They're quite symbolic. So it looks like Jenessa has turned this water thing on now. I feel like this is like a cooking show. And I'm just waiting to receive some instructions. This is where the candles will go, and we have special wicks. We only use soy coconut blends, so we don't use any paraffin or any kind of toxic stuff in our products. And where's the wicks? Because we ordered these magnificent wooden wicks. The wooden wicks, they create a crackling sound. So for a lot of the ASMR fans out there, this candle is very ASMR. If you don't have a fireplace, the candle serves as a replacement alternative fireplace because it does create that crackling sounds with the wooden wicks. So I love it. And I think we're gonna, I don't know, if there's some scents that people really like, you can let us know. But for now, I think we're just gonna do it without any scents. That way people who are sensitive to scents don't get offended. Hey, Jenessa.
I'm coming and just have to wash my hands, get my gloves.
So you can explain to us how it. So I just asked them, like, why do we do candles? What's the significance of candles? I think candles are really important because if you've ever visited a funeral or any what do you call it? The places where the tombs are. Like cemetery.
Cemetery. I was thinking the other word. Isn't moss? No, I forgot. It starts with an M, but yeah, cemetery.
Mortuary.
Yeah.
Okay. Morgue.
Yeah.
Like any place where it's like a place to worship usually contains candles. The element fire is very important as a cleanser. So I think doing everything with intention is really important. So when we create things or when we light candles, setting intentions is important. I always light a candle when I meditate or when I practice self-care in the tub. I love candles. I use them a lot in ritual work. Exactly. I'm a practice in which, exactly, candles are especially, and there's something about, like having a little piece of light that is very primitive in terms of not light that's like coming from fluorescent lights like these ones, but something that's true to the source, representing illumination of the darkness and our enlightenment. So these are some of the ways that we can bring in self-care practices, rituals, setting intention, prayer, meditation, and that's why I love candles.
Okay, sorry about that. I just realized one of them was cracked.
Oh.
And that would be definitely not safe.
Okay.
So if you want Okay, so sorry. Sorry, I get in the mode. I'm just like, yeah, let's do this.
Next time we need to have like
Something here so everybody can see. Yeah, next time.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm doing is, because we're doing something called a double boiling method. So right now, what is happening, I'm just letting the water boil up. And then what I'm going to do, this is the wax that we're using. I'll show you. So it's called natural wax.
Hold on, there's nothing toxic in there.
Yeah, so this is a coconut soy blend, right? And I know it has like great properties. It's able to hold scent compared to some other. Usually the best holding scent is paraffin, but I know not everybody wants to use paraffin. I mean, I myself, it depends, but for now, we're just going to test out for our paraffin, sorry, not paraffin, our coconut soy. So I'm going to cut it up and I'm going to measure, because this container, this mason jar, holds about 6 ounces worth of wax. So I'm going to cut it up and then use my weight, the scale to measure properly. And then when I'm done, I'm just going to put all the wax in here. So this is where it pours out. So, and then I put it in here so that it can just melt out. And that way it doesn't have any, I don't have to worry about water getting in, because that's the worst thing that can happen when you're making candles, is that a little bit of water gets in and then you don't want that. So, but before that, we actually have to get our wooden wicks, which I'll show a close up of it. So this is our wooden wicks that we will be using. The great thing about wooden wicks, because it makes a sound, like in your latest video in the beginning with your father, and it showed the crackling. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I never thought I would like wooden wicks at first, but the way that the sound makes, and it's really great if you're trying to make that ambiance, right? That whether you're meditating or whether you're just wanting to relax, like it really gives that nice crackling effect. So basically, if you want a fireplace without the huge fire, wooden wicks is the way to go. So, TJ, what you could do for me is,
I can glue these on.
Yes, you can glue these on.
Okay.
So the unique thing about wooden wicks, you actually have to kind of put together.
Okay.
So there's 2 ways you can put the wicks into your vessel. So there's 2 ways. You can either get little wooden, what's it called? Sorry, I'm just having like a break right now. You could get the stickers, so you could probably buy them at any place that supplies for candle supplies, or you can just use a glue gun. So we're using the Gorilla glue gun sticks because they're pretty effective. It holds really well. So we'll be using that. So here's the wooden wicks for you. Sorry, I can't open this if you could open it for me. Yeah. So I will be cutting up. I know next time we'll try to figure out how we can bring everything to the front.
So yeah, people are saying some of them are sensitive to scent.
Okay.
So that's why I said we're not making it.
Yeah, we're not doing any fragrances, no scents, no nothing. So it's going to be unscented. So thank you for letting us know for sure.
And if you're a member of my course, which you're still able to become one very easily, just let me know. You're going to get one of these. So I'm just going to, I think I can do this. It's simple enough for now.
So just to let everybody know beforehand, I always make sure to sanitize the place beforehand. So here is the wax. One thing I was surprised when it comes to this wax, it's very soft. Like as soon as I thought, wax in general can be very hard, because I'm thinking like when I make lotions and body creams, I use something called poly wax. So that's pretty hard. But this, it's like it crumbles very easily, but it's still amazing. Put that here. Yes, go ahead.
All right, thank you for coming in, Andres. All the best with work. Thanks for checking in. I really appreciate that, and thanks for sharing.
Bye. So just in case, I'll just show a close up of how the wax is. It's very brittle, but oops, can you see it? So that's how it is. I like this because it has like such a nice color. It's like it's not completely white, but it has like a nice undertone of yellow. And then I use this to cut. So I have two of these. I have one for when I'm cutting up soap, and then I have this one that I use for cutting up for the candles.
We should make an ASMR video making candles.
Yes, we should.
I think people would like that.
And the reason why I have to
Thanks,
cut
Tyler.
it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
The reason why I have to cut it up is because it'll melt faster.
So for those of you who are just joining us, we're making some candles. And if you have any questions, this week's topic seems to be a lot of the questions related to forgiveness. You know, so if you have any thoughts about that, you could share it there. If you have any questions regarding, you can also share it there on the chat box. Sorry, excuse me. Not very good at multitasking.
It's okay.
So how many candles are we making?
I think, what is it? 2, 4, 6, 8. This might be more than 8 though, however, so we'll see.
Because I think we have a lot more students than that.
Oh no, we definitely do, but
That'll be for the ASMR video.
yeah,
So yeah, there's quite a lot of students in the course.
which is amazing. That is
So
awesome.
thank you so much, all of you, for participating. I never knew that there was going to be so many, which I'm happy to welcome all of you there. And that gives us an excuse to make more candles, which I
That's
really
right.
enjoy making with Jenessa, because I can't make anything for the life of me. Okay, so those wicks have been utilized.
Awesome. Okay,
So I
so
think we have some more.
yes, we should definitely have some more. Do you see it? Yeah.
So,
And the beauty of the containers that we use, it's reusable, right? If you want to use it for something else.
oh yeah, I drink out of all of these. I was actually drinking my chamomile tea this morning with these jars because they're so tough that even the heat doesn't has kind of like an insulation effect.
Yeah, mason jars are amazing like that. So this is definitely, we're gonna have to do more vessels for sure. I don't like to fill it to the brim because sometimes what happens is, just in case, God forbid, like the oil pops out, which it usually doesn't, but it's always safe to know. So 6, sorry. And if anything, and since we're doing unscented, it's a lot easier, right? If we were doing scented, we'd have to separate and put it together. But since we're doing unscented, we can still refill, right? So this is how it looks like when you cut it up. So
wait, maybe hold it in there longer.
Oh, sorry.
I can get in there. So like, this is essentially the wax,
Mhm.
the soy coconut wax. Can you eat this? It feels good on my skin.
No, it surprisingly, right? It's like you would think like, oh, wax for candles wouldn't, but it actually is very soft on the hands. Usually I try to move this away because just in case water pops up.
So excited for people to receive this, knowing that I put the wicks in.
Hey, anything that you've done definitely you're a part of it, so it's all good. And I really do enjoy making candle reviews.
I was telling them maybe next week we could do bath bombs.
Yes, we could. Yes, and then especially with the molds that we have now, should I show them the molds that I have?
Maybe we'll let them wait.
Okay, all right.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for more on the next segment.
Yeah, the hook. Stay tuned next week and we'll make some bath bombs.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so this is now the 8th one, I believe.
Okay, so what I can do, I could, yeah, we can get more. Let me just pull this off. Just don't want to. Try not to touch the side of it. Yeah. Oops, you okay?
I think this one is now. I'm just gonna. Should I unplug this?
Let's put in. Let's do 2 more just in case we might need it.
Alrighty. So if you're a student in my course and you have not given me your address yet, that's quite essential for me to be able to send you the candle. So please do so. Again, my email. So it looks like this thing is. Oh, wow, it's melting. Yes, thank you so much for sending that, Megan. I'd be interested in learning more about the witchcraft practices that you do because I've never really met a witch. Like, I think I met one, but we never really got to talk about the practices. Alright, so let me put this one.
Yeah, this is good. Now I'm assuming you're gonna do the cutting because for me, I don't know why I can't cut the.
Oh, the witch?
Yeah, for me, but you do a pretty good job at that.
Okay.
Which, by the way, for those who don't know, like I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know before I started making candles you had to trim the wick. So this is what you use to cut your wicks. So I definitely learned a lot while making candles about things called hot throw and cold throw. I guess we'll talk about that more next time, or if you want, I could say about it now. But yeah, a lot of things go into making candles. Burning it is the easy part.
I burn through them so much. In fact, like one of the countries that are most uses the most candles per capita is, I believe, Denmark.
Oh, okay.
Because of Huga.
Yeah.
Every autumn, they just go through candles.
Wow.
Like, it's everywhere. And candles are very important. There's a festival called Diwali around the autumn as well, where candles are utilized because it's the festival of light.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like having a candle, somebody in class was saying how it just changes the entire aura of the room and creates that kind of, intentional space to work through some of the things that they're going through. And it's very comforting,
Mm-hmm.
It's warm, it's bright. So, yeah, everyone has been telling me how candles are so vital in their practice, their self-care practice. And I just like the added wick. Wooden wick. I mean, we have so many other wicks here, but I told Jenessa, no, we have to go all out.
All out. Because they are, like, wooden wicks are definitely a lot more expensive because of the way they have to be made. And the only thing is I like about wooden wicks, you don't have to, like with the cotton ones, you have to try more than one. There's multiple cotton wicks that you have to try out. Whereas wooden wicks, they have just like small, medium, large, extra large, right? So you can figure it out depending on your vessel, right? That's the way you figure out your wicks. You can't just put any old kind of wicks into your candle because sometimes if your wick is a certain way, it might burn too fast and your candle goes fast. So if you ever purchased a candle and you're like in a blink of an eye, it's like done, it's probably because they call it as you need to wick down, meaning your wick needs to be burned slower, right? Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, if your wick is a certain way, it'll burn through the candle faster, and then the downfall of that, it'll also make the vessel hotter. So that's also another thing to be mindful of. So yeah.
Oh yeah, because sometimes like these ones are pretty heat resistant, but
Yeah.
some of the glass they can just crack.
Yeah. Exactly.
How is that going there?
Let's
Like,
see.
it's not-
Sorry, let me just. Sorry. Okay, we're kind of halfway there. Halfway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long does it usually take to make this?
It depends. Like how long has it been now since we've been on?
We started 15 after. It says there 25 minutes,
Oh,
which
okay.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Which is really good. I work
So-
with positions of the planets and planetary hours and things like that. I love that.
Nice.
I'd love to know more about that.
Yeah.
I was actually studying not astrology, but just like constellations for like directions, because my ancestors were seafaring people and
Yeah.
they used the sky
Yeah.
for navigation. So like learning the constellations and figuring out the directions.
You're pretty good at that. Like when we're walking, you're like, okay, we only have 2 hours until sundown. You're pretty
Oh
good.
yeah,
You're awesome like that.
Yeah. but I don't know anything about astrology. You know, I have some friends who are more experts in those kind of things. Anne Marie, who did a reading for me.
Oh yes, and it's good. Awesome like that too. Let's see. Yeah, it's still.
It's still going.
Yeah, it's still.
Yeah. In the meantime, you can check out Jenessa's product page. I put the link in the description. GinGlowEnterprise.com.
Yeah.
So Gin, Gin, Glow, Glow, Enterprise. I never know how to spell that. ENTERPRISE.
Yeah.
.com, which will lead you to her Etsy page.
Yes.
And we just recently launched a bunch of bath products, self-care
Yes.
products. I helped make some of the bath bombs, at least the prototype, which are not on sale because they're prototypes.
It's okay.
And there's a lot of products, great gift stocking stuffers ideas.
And there's more to come. I have a lot of other products, but it's just I have to test them out. And if anything, TJ knows when it comes to testing, I'm
the
very
tester.
yeah.
I
he
love
tests
taking
everything.
baths.
I'm like, here, try
I
it.
love bathing.
And I appreciate that because you always give honest feedback, and when you get honest feedback, you can do better, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait. This is so exciting. And I'm so happy for everyone that's participating and sharing the comments and things like that. Saying hello. I really appreciate that. Yeah, if you have any questions, just drop them in the
I mean,
questions.
let's see. I mean, there's still a few pieces that we need to melt down. If you want, we can probably try and do.
It's good.
You're good? Okay.
Let it melt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. I think last year is the same time around this year that we made candles.
Yes.
Those ones were scented, but this time around
Unscented.
unscented, just for people's sensitivities and
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coconut soy does have its own natural scent, but it's not going to overpower you. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, what is that? Like, it definitely smells a lot different than paraffin. Like paraffin, has its own kind of smell.
You smell
It's not as, how should I say, like aggressive and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Right? So,
I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, you went to the Christmas market today.
yeah, it was nice. It was good to see. And especially when you go to the distillery, you see all the different art galleries to go in. And I just went there and I'm like, oh, good inspiration.
Yeah, I wonder what it would take for you to be able to set up some booths or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably have to look online and see. Maybe next year.
Yeah, because that would be nice.
Yeah.
Like people need to, like I find with physical products, it's good for people to be able to touch it,
Yes.
sample it.
Look at it, smell it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Should be almost
Thank you,
done.
Mike. Hey, Joseph.
Hey, JJ.
I found this.
Okay, that's nice.
What do you do to this?
buddy.
We're doing a recording now, bud.
Good buddy, fight.
Okay, we're doing a recording. Okay, we're doing a recording. I know it's okay.
All right, let's check on. So cute.
I will just hold on.
That's Jenessa's nephew.
Yeah, he wants to be the star of the show, but
Maybe next week.
next time we'll see. Because then it's gonna be. Oh, God bless him. But
I think it's pretty much melted down. I saw one.
yeah, there's like one little piece. It'll melt on its own. So let me turn this off. Put this off for
So here's
safety
the
reasons.
exciting part. We're gonna actually pour it.
So just out of precaution, I usually should have brought my. Let me get a towel quickly because I don't want the water that's dripping off to go into the candle.
I see.
But once water gets in, that's a nightmare to have.
Oh, we don't want water. How's the water gonna get in?
No, because it was in there. So
Oh, I see. Oh, just even a drop of water.
yeah, you don't want like not even a drop.
Like there's some over there too. So I don't want to be that person.
No, it's okay. Right? You don't want a drop of water getting in. So,
I wonder-
and that's just me. I'm pretty sure it won't happen, but you know me overthinking. Did you want to pour?
Maybe you can do it.
Okay.
Just because, yeah, I don't know if I'm doing it correct. I don't know.
I mean, there's no like that's the beauty of doing unscented. You could just put it in right away, right?
And where are we going up until?
So we're going right here. So that makes about 6 ounces.
Okay. Did you want to weigh it?
Yeah, we can
Slow
weigh it.
down?
We can wait.
I mean, I don't know if that makes a difference.
It does. Like usually I weigh it, and then after a while, when you really get used to it, you'll. Why did I do that to myself? you know by eye to say, okay, it's here, it's here. It's kind of like when I do my bath products. Okay.
Okay, so Jenessa's just pouring this thing carefully. I don't know if there's really enough wax.
Maybe not. But it's okay. We still have my wax at the side that I cut up.
Wow.
Now, if we were putting fragrance, I wouldn't be able to do it right away. It would have to be at a certain temperature.
So now that you're weighing it, how do we get it out of there without? The concentration is real here.
So you can just kind of.
I'll shimmy it over. Okay. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited. I guess we can't show it to them because it's gonna be
because-
all.
Yeah.
It's gonna rock it up. But
Can you? Oh,
I think I could see a little bit.
okay. So I'll just.
Maybe I can move this thing. I'll move it closer.
Okay.
Trying to.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the wax, and yeah, I think that's good for like 4 candles.
Mm-hmm.
But at least people know how it's made. Yeah, we didn't lace it with anything.
Kind of. Bring it over there.
Yeah, we should make an ASMR video.
Oh, that would be good.
I didn't bring my equipment today though.
It's all good. We'll do that for the next. Yeah, you're right. It's probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it just does 3.
3.5. I'll have to remelt it.
Yeah.
And these candles last a long time. They're at least 48 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slanted.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's okay. Yeah, this is not gonna. I don't think it's gonna.
Cross our fingers. Yeah,
I mean,
think it's gonna make it.
Okay.
Keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
There's that little ball of thing there.
There we go. Yeah, perfect.
Yay.
We did 4, just like you said.
Yeah. Okay. So that's candle making. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're interested in signing up for the course, just email me, traumatransfiguration.com. Wait, Theodore Castasis at traumatransfiguration.com.
You got it.
Sign up to my newsletter at traumatransfiguration.com. Jenessa's products website is listed in the description, jinglowenterprise.com. So yeah, we have classes Sunday, so I hope I see you there. And yeah, sending love. Bye. And stream.